I'm joined with outfielder Jayce Tharnish. And Jayce, one of your biggest attributes is your speed. And we saw it yesterday especially, but throughout the season, you've had 5 stolen bases for Whitey, and you had 32 stolen bases for St. Bonaventure last season. When you're on the base paths, when you get to first base, which is usually right behind us, what sort of things are you trying to do in terms of getting your lead?
Yeah, so depending on if there's a righty or lefty on the mound, I will sometimes try to time up a righty with a new school lead where I hop, and then if he lifts when I hop, then I go. It's a lot harder to do with a lefty because they're looking at you the whole time, so then I'll just go to a normal lead, and when I want to steal off a lefty, I'll just decide beforehand that I'm going, and if he picks off, I continue to run in hopes of beating him. So,
for a lefty, what are the biggest tells that you look for about whether they're going to throw home or whether they're going to try to pick off?
Honestly, I think lefties are a lot harder to steal off of. Obviously, if they cross, that's a big tell. But when I'm trying to steal off a lefty, I'll make up my mind beforehand whether I'm going or not, just so I can, even if he picks off, try to beat the throw from first to second.
You mentioned your 2 different types of leads. Would you mind showing this to us, the hop and the regular cone?
Yeah, of course. So here, you stand here. Then.
Okay.
If you're the base,
I'm the base.
Off a righty, it's just here. I'm more relaxed, and then try to time him up, and then it's just a hop. And then if he lifts during that motion, my momentum's already going. So then I'll just take the base, and then if he picks off when I hop, then I can just move my momentum back. Lefty, just a normal lead, out farther, and then I'll decide if I want to go beforehand, and it's just the second he lifts his leg. So,
at what point if you could pick a marker out here, at what point, how far do you take your lead to?
It's just, I don't have a marker on the field. It's just my steps. I'll go left, right, left, and then shuffle, and then that's my lead. And then if I would go to a new school lead, it's just here and then shuffle. So it's not that complicated. I just do what feels right. So.
Does anything change depending on who the pitcher on the mound is, or is it really just you have your routine?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. So if there's a pitcher with a high leg kick, like a 1-5 to the plate, where he's slow, I probably won't do the new school, and I'll just go back out knowing that I can steal a base whenever he lifts. So it's a lot easier to go on like when I'm told to, for example. And then if a pitcher's a lot quicker to the plate, like a 1-2 where he's just step and go or slide step, then I'll try to implement the new school so then I can have momentum going in order to try to swipe a base off of it.
And once you are going, you got lots of options on where you want to hit second base. Where do you typically aim for when you're running that way?
Straight through the bag, slightly to the right side, because an infielder will typically get out in front of the base. Mm-hmm. So if I go to the side, it's harder for them to tag.
Does the way you go in or slide in or just run in change at all depending on the situation, or do you have the similar routine like usual?
I will typically go in head first. If I know I'm going to beat the throw pretty easily, maybe I'll go feet first, but most of the time if I'm trying to beat the throw, I'll dive head first.
Head first gives you that bit of advantage that you're looking for in terms of you think you get there quicker?
Yes, definitely.
And yesterday you had a big play. You went first to home. How many times do you think you've done that in your career?
Not a lot. It was a great send on Coach Pick's part. He kind of read that the left fielder would throw it to second, so when I rounded second and headed towards third, he continued to wave me. And I just listened to him. I was like, oh, okay, and continued running, and then I got in there safely, so it was exciting.
What do you think when you get a sign like that? Because like you said, it doesn't happen often.
Just run as fast as I can. It's simple as that.
What do you think has translated the best from your base running game from St. Bonaventure to here this summer?
Probably just timing up pitchers. When I was at St. Bonaventure, I would have the green light. Here, I'll have it occasionally. So the transition to having the green light to then like being told when to steal was I wouldn't say tough, but it was different. So, but now I've gotten used to it, and I'm able to go when I'm told to a lot easier rather than going whenever I want.
Well, Jayce, thank you so much.
Of course.
Back to you guys.